bringing you classic gaming.
What's poppin', world? I go by the name of Biz Villa, and we're back once again with bringing you classic gaming, or for some of y'all, bring a controller. And I hope you do bring a controller and check us out here on this EA Sports UFC number 4. This is episode number 5, and once again we're trying to move up that UFC ladder. We took the WFA route. We've been undefeated in the UFC. Well, some things happened in the last episode that possibly could have changed that, but in this episode we're taking on Leon Edwards, a very tough fighter, as Bruce Buffer goes ahead and introduces our fighters.
19 wins, 7 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Leon Rocky Edwards.
Round 1 is underway, as many of you
So
know.
once again, we got Leon Edwards now. Just give a little backstory to this fight. Leon actually called us out before the Tyron Woodley fight, but instead we took the Woodley fight, knowing that that was a grudge match. We have been chirping back and forth on social media. So now, this is spoiler alert. In episode 4, we took a loss to Tyron Woodley. Very tough knockout from a cold elbow. And essentially now we're double backing around, we're spinning the block, and we're like, yo, Edwards, what's up, man? You talking about you want to see us in the octagon? Okay, cool, let's do that. And that's where we're at with it right now. So as you can see, my man Moraga is landing some vicious hooks, along with some knees in the clinch. He's trying to put this guy out early, trying to make a statement after he had what was a very tough loss against Tyron Woodley in his previous fight. So, as you can see, once again, head kicks up plenty. We're doing that. We're throwing little dirty boxing in the clinch. Doing what we do best. We're the strikers. We're the best. I feel like this guy, Moraga, is the best striker in this division. Only person that we haven't ran into yet that might be able to hang with us with the hands has got to be somebody like a Jorge Masvidal. So we'll see if we'll run into him in the future. But, and can't forget Usman as well. But right now we're feeling like we're the best in the division. Edwards trying to grab onto us, hold on, and get some kind of clinch popping, but we're not allowing him to do it. He's feeling scared. You see, he takes us to the ground. He's not confident in his stand-up right now. He's bleeding all over the place. And now we're putting him in the arm bar, and it's looking like it could be curtains. It's looking like one of our WFA fights, right? Where we throw the hands and we're dominant and we're drowning the opponents in their own blood. But this particular fight, I can't deny. I wanted to prove a point. I had to prove a point that the Woodley loss, you know what I'm saying, was not something that you're going to get used to seeing. And speaking of something that you're not going to see, and that's going to be a submission right there, as Moraga is not able to put Edwards away, and the Jamaican kickboxer is now standing up, throwing some knees, nice inside leg knees. I know that type of stuff has got to hurt in the clinch, man. As you see, he takes him back down to the ground. As we got 2.5 minutes left in the round now, what is Edwards going to do? I guess he just has to survive at this point. He pretty much can't win this round. It's been a dominant round for Edgardo, as another head kick lands flush on the temple, followed by a couple left hands, a hook, a straight, a jab. I mean, this 4-piece in a biscuit right now for Leon Edwards. And you gotta look at how Moraga's doing it. He's pretty much doing it off the cage. He doesn't care where he's at in the octagon. He's gonna throw some strikes. So right now it's looking like this man is in a whole lot of trouble. As there you see, does a smart thing and he takes him to the ground once again. I said earlier he was scared, but he's doing the right thing. He's scared because he might lose this fight. That's what it's looking like. As another head kick lands. And I'm telling you, man, we're trying to put this guy away. We're trying to have one of those highlight knockouts. And in doing that, we almost got knocked out ourselves as Leon finds some kind of way to land a high knee. And that almost puts us away. But you know we're not going out without a fight. Just under a minute left in the round. I'm keeping the pressure on him, not letting him recover too much. But he's starting to move around a little bit more. He's probably gaining some traction. And just when I said that, it is all over. I'm I'm talking about, yo, the ref got to pull me off of this guy. I was going to make a statement in this fight no matter what. And that's exactly what was done by the Brazilian Blur. Magnifico. Moraga. Good win, man. I'm very hyped about this win. Look at that. Boom. He was getting ready to go up for some kind of high strike and sat him down quickly. This was the type of performance that I know Moraga is going to want to bring against Woodley after the way that Woodley went out there and embarrassed him. You feel what I'm saying? So, nonetheless, got to salute my guy for another stellar performance. This is the type of thing that had him rising towards the top of the division. A loss to Woodley definitely set him back, but a win like this can definitely propel you right back to where you need to be in the welterweight division.
And there is the man of the moment, and what?
I know y'all see that name right there. High. For our next fight against Mr. Usman. Kamaru Usman, man, listen. I don't know if y'all heard that. My coach said, your next opponent is going to be no match for you.
Well, even dating to his time on the Ultimate Fighter DC back in 2015,
this is
you got the
somebody
sense
that you don't
very
bet
early
against.
on that Kamaru Usman could be something special, as he has always put it. I'm a problem. He's a champion. He's a real problem.
Yes, he is a problem because he has a pace and pressure that most guys can't handle. We saw it in the RDA fight. We saw it in the Woodley fight. And because his wrestling is so smothering, as he showed in the Moraga fight, his striking opportunities open themselves up. Kamaru Usman, as you say, J.A., is a real problem for anybody at 107.
And he's a loyalist. He has been true to his coaches, Henry Hoof, Greg Jones, and everybody else. Kamaru Usman has realized the dream, and he'll try to take it to the next level here tonight. All right, here he is, the decorated kickboxer, back for more here tonight, and he's so comfortable in the striking realm. It's almost like he started kickboxing before he ever was reading or writing.
Oh, it's unbelievable to see someone that's so comfortable under so much duress.
I know.
When you're in kickboxing range, you are in the fire. There is no safety. You're right in range to be getting knocked out, but he does not fear that. He loves it. He loves the combat. He loves the engagements. But what you have to understand is he's not engaging his opponent on their terms. He's doing it on his terms. Whether or not he wants to be in close with the big punches or he wants to be at range landing kicks, he's just constantly putting damage on you. Top, bottom, up, low, it does not matter. This guy is a dominant striker, one of the best kickboxers the UFC has ever seen.
Well, ready to go for round one, and this young man's popularity absolutely soared.
So we got the Nigerian Nightmare going up against the Brazilian Blur. Man, we're both on a road game at Scotiabank Arena. And this is a match where I can't get as cute as I have been in the other fights. I can't get wild aggressive. I can't do as many flashy moves. I got to get straight to the point. I got to make my strikes count. You know, don't get too far away from what you usually do. But this is somebody you got to respect. I respect the hell out of Usman. One of the tougher fighters in that division. As here you see, he attempts a single leg takedown unsuccessfully. So you see Moraga land some more strikes, trying to soften up the former welterweight champion. You know, in this fantasy UFC world, I actually wonder who Usman lost to lose his welterweight belt for. I think Colby Covington is the champion right now currently, so possibly that could be who was the champion at the time Usman lost his belt. But Usman's at number 4. I know y'all saw me moving into that top 3, so a win right here would do wonders for us in the ranking. And I feel like I was just talking and conversing with y'all just like that. What felt like was just a short round. We went to the ground. Usman tried his best and we put him away. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it was effortless. I know y'all see that cut and that speed bump right above my eye. But we got Usman on the ground, and you know I'm not scared to use that armbar. The armbar is the best move I have as far as submissions are concerned. And Usman falls victim, just like the rest have, to that stellar armbar. And once again, Edgardo Moraga is victorious, and he's moving on. The Brazilian Blur, Magnifico.
Huge victory in his career.
There you see basking the glory of the UFC faithful as he pulls off a very, very, very difficult win against a very tough Kamaru Usman. Once again, man, they keep feeding us plates. You know, aside from the Woodley loss, you know, you wonder, what is a win like this gonna do? You know, is it gonna push us straight to the top? Are we gonna still have to grind for it? And here you see we earned a new contract. Got some things we gotta accomplish this time around with our new UFC deal. But as I'm fast forwarding through it, I don't know if you noticed, there's the title shot in there. So now I'm back in the gym. I'm working hard because I know I made an impression with my last 2 wins. I took Edwards out in the first round. Usman, former champion, made him tap in the first round. I'm still over here clobbering my opponents and my training partners. It's time for the gold.
Man, it's crazy. Seems like just yesterday you staring up at the posters all wide-eyed. You've been through a lot. Hell, I put you through a lot. But it was all for one reason, to get you here. Your first UFC championship. I just want to say, no matter what happens out there, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the fighter you've become. Yeah, don't get me wrong though. If you lose, I'm gonna have to bust you up in the gym next week. I already made space on the wall for a new picture, and you know how much I hate redecorating, right? So let's go get that belt, champ.
Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. More than a decade separates these two fighters when it comes to the age, with similar height and some differences in reach. To get us started with the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 14 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 168 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, presenting the challenger, Moraga. And now he's the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 18 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC Welterweight Champion of the World,
UFC belt on the line, guys. Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
Over 30 wins.
All right, so here we go with round 1, and when you have
Less than 4 losses, but only 1 belt can be taken out of this match. We got Colby Covington going up against Edgardo Moraga. It is finally time for us to get our chance at UFC Gold. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm happy to be fighting somebody as skilled as Colby Covington. It all comes together right now. For those of y'all that remember some of the first couple fights we had, you know what I mean? Just throwing a bunch of wild strikes all over the place and going for a submission because we knew we were bigger and stronger than some of our opponents. But now, Now these guys, they hit that pretty damn hard. Now these guys, they get out of those submissions and they get back up and they got something for you. So now, we got to put everything we done learned from the gym, from our previous fights, from our losses, from our wins, and put it together to get this title. As there you see a lot of knees early on, and Kobe's hurt. He decides to take it to the ground. And I don't know if everybody has noticed, but when the series first started, I was using the regular new UFC 4 controls for the ground game and grappling. Now, totally switched back over to Legacy. I enjoy that much more. If you are going to stick around, there will be another UFC career coming. I'm either going to do the ladies or maybe one of the heavier weight classes, but nonetheless, Legacy will be a part of that, man. Legacy grappling. I would definitely recommend for everybody out there. But back to the fight. Once again, I'm trying to keep distance, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not as familiar with Colby Covington's work as I should be. So, even though I'm sticking to my game plan somewhat, you guys know what I do: leg kick, spinning head kick, overhand rights, hooks, that type of thing. As I'm, throwing that out there, I'm also trying to pay attention and gauge what kind of offense he's throwing my way. Because for the most part, in this first round, he's fighting very timidly. He's throwing some strikes, but I've heard those hands I've seen those hands get busy before. So I don't want to sleep on his hands right now. Until you see one on the ground fighting off my back and throwing strikes, trying to make sure that cut is not getting any time off, even if while on the ground. Big leg kick right there. Trying to leave him with something to remember us by at the end of this round. Oh my goodness, what an overhand right. We nearly finished the fight, but he's saved by the bell. Oh man, as here we look at the highlights here, you see the beautiful single leg takedown by Kobe, textbook wrestling. But look at this, man, he got a little overzealous at the end of the round, and boy, he ate one that nearly ended his night and gave us the gold, but he's able to survive. And then once again, you see what a shot. As Kobe heads back to his corner. Our corner is telling us to keep the pressure on, so that's what we're going to do. You're seeing us throwing those punches and bunches, sticking and moving, but not moving enough. As you see, Kobe is still able to land these takedowns. He's doing a good job of that. And now he's throwing some ground and pound shots to the body. I don't know how Moraga is eating those at this point, but he's moving around. He's trying to do something here. Now that I look back on it, I think this fight, the Legacy controls were not on quite yet. I thought they were, but they're not. As here you see, I'm being put into a submission attempt. I'm not used to being on this side of the submission. I'm usually throwing the arm bars out there or triangle chokes, but this time, Kobe is doing the offense. And listen, man, he lands a big overhand strike. I'm not used to, being stunned and having a brief concussion. What's going on right now? Kobe Covington is showing why he's a champion as he picks me up and suplexes me damn near through the octagon mat. This fight just turned up and moved into a whole different direction. Now I'm retreating. Now I'm like, I gotta stay in this fight. I gotta survive. I still want a chance to win this belt. So as you can see, we're in the clinch now. We're fighting on the cage. Now we're just trying to survive. Now we're just going to war at this point. And another takedown by Kobe Covington takes me to the ground, man. It's feeling like he wants to finish this fight. He knows I'm hurt, and it's looking like he's trying to finish this fight, and I'm not going to let him do that. I'm going to keep scrambling, keep moving around until we're back on our feet, and I can somewhat recover, which is what I'm trying to do now. As you see we're in the clinch, we break apart, and it's back to the stand-up. It seems like Moraga is starting to collect himself a little bit. He's still dazed, you can tell, but at the same time, being on the ground was not where he wanted to be against a fighter like Kobe Covington at this point. And you see, he's stepping back, trying to set up that big right hand. I know you see it, but it's going to be an uppercut or overhand. We're gonna see. It looks like it's gonna be a hook as that shot stuns Colby Covington, and we've got a new UFC champion. The welterweight division has a new era taking over, and it's the Edgardo era. As you see, he has the ruthless taunt in the middle of the octagon. He has done enough to be crowned the UFC welterweight champion of the world. Man, this was a tough round. That second round nearly did not go according to plan, as Colby Covington was just dominating on all cylinders, but it seems as if he got a little too aggressive. That's his downfall in this fight. And we have a new champ.
Bruce Buffer now has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Leving has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 29 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Moraga.
All right, so he dedicated decades of his life to this very goal, and he is now the UFC champion. No one can ever take that away from him.
Yeah, man, you got to take a lot of confidence from staying so committed to a goal for so long. The moment he walked into the UFC, he said,
and let me tell you, man, that's exactly what he did. He got it done, set out the goal from when he was fighting on Action Avenue to be the best that UFC has. And at this point, he is the best. He is the class. He is the upper echelon. He is the UFC welterweight champion, man. Gotta salute Edgardo Moraga. Man, who's next? That's the real question. As we spoke on earlier, we haven't faced Masvidal yet. We still got opponents like Dos Anjos and Nate Diaz in the division who are always bringing pain. But I think all of you out there know who we want to defend this title against. You know there's some redemption that we have to get back in this story. So you tune in for the next episode to see who we defend the belt against next. For now, I'm Biz Billa, and this has been BYC Gaming.